So we're looking at Terahertz Wand models, and this is kind of a Terahertz Wand model review, sort of an overview of some of the Terahertz Wand models that you might see out there right now, what the difference is between them, why there's differences in price, what do they do differently, a lot of the common questions that I get asked, that we get asked a lot about Terahertz Wands. So this video is basically a way to just showcase some of the different wand models, some of the different terahertz blower models, and what separates them, what makes them different. And with that being said, we'll start over here. Now, the red wands are primarily thought of and used as home use. So they're used a lot in homes, and you can see with these three right here, they're basically using the same motors, some of the same parts, but they differ a little bit on the amount of energy that they're using. And you'll see that as we get into some of these other models. Now, if you're on the internet, you're seeing wands out there that are in the 200, maybe 250 price range. It's more than likely it's going to be one of these. These are 500 watt wands, and the 500 watt ones are kind of your entry level. They do work, but based on the amount of power is going to determine how much time you have to spend using those. And so the 500 watt ones are easy to tell because they have this type of a plug, right? So in a lot of the pictures, and I've looked on the internet, you see them at the low price, and you're looking at, just these base units right here. And if we put it, kind of like this, you can see they're all the same. You're not really getting this. You're not really getting a chance to look at that and say, okay, that is just not as powerful. Now, all the other wands, and I can grab any of these here, this is when you're going to start getting into 750, 800 watt wands, and ones that run higher, basically higher volts or higher watts. So 500 watt wands, they're good for the skin. They've got a lot of benefits, and like I said, they all do the same thing. But I find that the ones coming in the 350 range are the ones that are the most popular. Those are the ones that I've really chosen to focus and spend my time with. Even though I've had access to these, I've used them and I've gotten results with them. My starting point usually is going to be a wand that's going to come in the 750 to 800 watt range. And so this one here is with a company called iTer. There's a couple different manufacturers. This is an 800 watt, 750 watt, and you can see that they look the same as the 500, but they're more powerful, so they're going to achieve the results faster. And these are popular, and these are really good starters. And these are the ones here that I started with for probably about the first 4 or 5 months that these things came out, was before I even had access to some of these. And I don't even think this one is made yet. But basically 500 watts, 750, 800. And then you've got the 1000 watt wand right here, which is the 7.0. This one here is the 6.0. This is they refer to this one as the classic. The 7.0 right now, I guess if you look up here, I can even put it back down here, you can see it's a different style motor. It's a more powerful motor. It's a bigger wand. It's throwing more energy. The 7.0 right now is the top selling one that we've got, mainly because it's about $500. So actually price wise, 250-ish, we'll just say 250 is somewhere in there. These are going to come in at 350. This one here is going to be 500, and this one is the top seller mainly because the price isn't that much more, but it is more powerful. I can throw photos, but if we lined them all up, you'll see it's bigger. You can kind of see that from here. And then we get into what I would refer to as sort of the professional grade wands. Now this one here, we call it the Lux. This is a 2-speed. Real easy to use, just on, off, just 1, 2, basically a 2-speed motor. It's got those 2 settings, very easy to use. It's professional grade. One thing I'm also going to point out here, if you look in the end of this thing, you're going to see that's metal, right? If you look at the other wands, like this one here, you can see that that's got quartz in it, almost quartz crystal actually, that's up in that section. So these are basically running a terahertz chip. But when you get to the more expensive ones, they're creating the terahertz frequency with this rare earth alloy that's being put down the tube. So they're using a little different technology to deliver the results, and they all work. So common question, which one is best? Which one should I get? Get the one that's most affordable, even if you're, if low on price. But with some of these on here, we do set up financing so we can break them into 4 payments if that's needed. If you wanted to get into something a little more, a little spendier, like these are $350, this is $500, so it's not too much of a jump. But if it was a financial thing that you were thinking about, that might help, right? So when you get down here now, you can really see the size of the motors on these things start getting much bigger. And so with the blue one here, which I call Big Blue also is running the rare earth alloy down the tube. It's not using the quartz. And again, you can kind of see the difference in size on some of these. So you can see that they're throwing off more energy. So, when you're dealing with the wand that's more powerful, it's not going to require the same amount of time to be used, but you're ultimately going to achieve the same outcome. So, once you get used to using the powerful ones, it's hard to go back to these, but don't think for a minute that these aren't still good wands and they're still powerful. They are, and they still work just fine. So don't feel that you have to go out and spend a lot of money to get the professional ones. Now, many times what happens with these professional ones is we do a lot of conventions and conferences, integrative medicine, chiropractic, biohacking. There's a lot of terms and a lot of technology that goes in there, but sometimes what happens, these get put out on a table. They're used at a conference so people can kind of turn them on and look at them and use them for a few minutes at a time. And we get these demos, and sometimes with these, we have these available, and they're going to sell for less than they would at retail, but they'll still include a full 1-year warranty. And in fact, all these are going to include a 1-year warranty. And like I said, these are wands here from 2 different manufacturers, and I've got products from both these companies. They're both excellent products. All the companies making these are putting together a really good product. I've gotten really good results from all of those. So this is just a general overview because, obviously I get a lot of questions. People are asking what's the difference between this and that. There's some small differences in how the technology is being delivered, but ultimately they're all going to do the same thing. So if you're looking for a Terahertz wand, the best one to start one is the one that's most affordable, and just get it into your lifestyle and start using it. And what happens many, many, many times is that you get one at the house, friend comes over, family member comes over, somebody comes by that has a bad back, sore knee, bad shoulder, a dozen or more different reasons why they use these. And then they say, well, hey, where do I get one? And so a lot of the business that we do with these Terahertz wands is from referrals from friends and family. And if you've talked to anybody out there that's introduced you to the Terahertz wands, and you're watching this video to get more information on them, do me a huge favor and call up that person that introduced you to those and purchase the wand from that person. Because as I've said in other videos, we're all out there, we're all trying to earn extra living, we're all trying to do the right thing and get this technology out that's helping people. But the purpose of the video is to give you information. It's not to take a sale from anybody. So if there was anybody that you had spoke to that got you interested in this, go ahead and call that person and give them the business, and they'll take good care of you. And like I said, it really doesn't matter which model, which wand, they're all going to work. So, with that being said, this is a good overview to just kind of give you some basic information. The Terahertz wands primarily are doing multiple things. They're using quantum scalar technology, scalar waves, very powerful. A lot of technology out there right now using scalar. But scalar waves, basically, you could put a copper wire up on your roof run it down to the basement, put it in a plant, and you could grow a plant in the dark, just pulling the scalar waves coming from the sun that would be hitting your rooftop. Scalar is very powerful. And then you have quartz. So you have quartz technology, quartz crystal, one of the purest materials in the known universe. And those things are absolutely amazing. We could sit here for the next 2 days talking about the power of crystals and quartz crystal. And then terahertz frequency, the frequency that your cells resonate at. They're throwing that frequency out, and then you also do have far infrared. So there's multiple technologies. It's assisting with detoxification, cellular function, cellular regeneration, circulation. These things are doing a lot. So when you're using these wands, you're basically getting a host of all 4 of those different types of technologies, and there's a lot of benefit to those. In fact, if you just go in and Google benefits of far infrared, you can get WebMD and all these websites are going to come up and they're going to list off a whole bunch of things that's good for. So Terahertz wands, we're hearing a lot about those. They're getting out to the public. People are excited. A lot of great benefits that are coming from these. Skin assisting, anything skin related, skin, wrinkles, psoriasis, acne, rashes. It's helping people recover faster from shingles. They're being used for kidney functions. I use them a lot for the mouth, teeth, and gums, stimulating the gums and bringing color back in there and getting those kind of reactivated a little bit. Stiffness, soreness of any kind, bad joints, stiff back, all that, definitely. These things have hundreds of testimonials for that. Reducing tumors, stimulating or actually activating dormant stem cells. Pointing them at your tailbone, assisting with regrowing hair. A lot of people reporting that. Just a myriad of things. And, they're not all that expensive. Even if you're on a lower financial budget and you just need to start with even a 500-watt wand, like I said earlier, the best one for you is the one you start with, because you can always later give one of these to a friend or family member and upgrade to a larger one, depending on, how that works out for you. But Terahertz Wand models, this is an overview, very general, but want to just kind of, when you get them all out there and you see them together, you can kind of see the differences in the different sizes and price ranges, and then you can figure out, okay, well, that's why this one's 200 because that's 500 watts, and that's why these are 350 because they're 750, 800, 1,000, the whole thing. So hopefully that gives you a little information, helps break it down for you. For more questions, you can call us. I'll have our information down below. You can also visit the website usamedbed.com. We've got a lot of really cool technology, plasma-based technology, which really gets into true medbed type technology. Tesla multi-wave oscillators, a lot of Tesla technology. But these things are really popular. They're not that expensive, and they have a ton of benefits. So look into these. Contact somebody if they gave you information on these. Get a hold of that person. Go ahead and place an order with them. And for more information, go to our website or call us down below. Terahertz Wands, an overview of the various models. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.